I'm Andrew Sherman. I'm a Texas transplant who has always been in pursuit of art as a career. I've played in bands, pursued an acting career in Hollywood, but I found it behind the lens of a camera here in Dallas, Texas. I was born in New York. I've lived in Chicago, Los Angeles, Austin, but I love Dallas. There's a magical artistic scene in Dallas that mostly goes unnoticed to the outside world. This podcast is focused on what makes it so special and the people who make it thrive artistically. If you don't live here, and even if you do, you might not have heard of them. This is the Dallas Famous Podcast. So who you gonna be? Who you gonna be when you're all grown up? This week on the Dallas Famous Podcast, we sit down with Mesbelle, a Dallas artist, designer, and entrepreneur known for her vibrant murals, exhibitions, and community mentorship. She runs the Mesbelle Gallery in Deep Ellum, a colorful, contemporary space showcasing her work and other local talent. She's also a resident artist with the Deep Ellum Foundation, helping bring more creativity and expression to the neighborhood. Mesbelle shares her journey of art, resilience, and empowerment. Let's get into it. The Dallas Famous Podcast is supported by the Mullen & Mullen Music Project. The Music Project was created by Mullen & Mullen Injury Law Firm to champion the independent music scene in North Texas. Hello and welcome back to the Dallas Famous Podcast. We're at the Deep Ellum Community Center. I've got Mesbelle. She is an artist. How would you describe yourself?
I'm an artist, designer, and entrepreneur based here in Dallas.
Okay, yeah. You've done a lot already. You're not like an old person, and you've achieved many things.
Thank you.
I guess I found you through Veronica. You're doing pop-ups, is that right?
Yes. So I'm part of the pop-up program that they have with Deep Ellum Foundation. I'm one of their current resident artists.
Okay, and what does that mean exactly? You're a first resident artist on.
Well, when I got the opportunity, I believe Deep Ellum Foundation was trying to find a way to bring more uniqueness and artistic styles here in Deep Ellum, because Deep Ellum is known for their entertainment, their art. Mm-hmm. So when I got the opportunity to be part of the Deep Ellum Foundation, I would say to bring more economic development towards the district. So I would say that's the program that I'm part of, just to bring more uniqueness to the district.
Okay. And I think I saw on Instagram, you actually have a space down here that you're doing stuff in. Mm-hmm. Is that's your space, or that's part of the program?
It is my space that is part of the program.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's part of the pop-up gallery. So I'm one of the galleries as well.
And so when you do a gallery, is it just for to do an exhibition, or is it stuff for sale, or how does that work?
Yes, everything is for sale. I would say everything right now is just exhibit.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What kind of artist are you exactly? How would you describe your...
I would describe myself a multidisciplinary artist.
Okay.
Because when I was a child, since I was 4 years old, my parents put me into performing arts school. So I've always fell in love with music. I actually played piano as well, but I also did theater and then ballet.
Oh,
so
wow.
One of the things that I learned in putting in performing arts school as a young kid, I also went to modeling school as well. So I grew up a lot with a lot of creativity and artistic skills and learning, because, skill is something that you learn throughout time. But something that I developed through it is art. And that's how I got more into, I started taking it seriously by the time I was 15 years old.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
It's interesting to me because you did performance type art, with the modeling and with the plays.
Yes.
But now you've gravitated to more of a visual art where you're not actually in the show, your art is in the show. I think that's interesting.
Yes, and even though I focus more and I have a trajectory now with art, I still like to incorporate those elements, which is dance, music, into my shows. Oh. And, with the pop-up galleries, I also go out there and I seek talent, because in the gallery, I also have other artists that I found their talents, and that's where I incorporate all those little elements, and I want to continue that.
So when the show has a premiere, there's performances too?
Yes, we've had performance art. We have live art experiences and live art activations. In the past exhibits, we've had dance shows. We've had like a lot of creativity into the show. So I just like to incorporate all the little things.
Okay. So let's go to the beginning.
Okay.
So you're from Mesquite, is that right?
Yes, born and raised.
Okay. And then you said you've been in these programs as a kid. Like, when did you first start doing art where you weren't just doing finger painting, but it was like, this is sort of like actual art?
That's a great question. Like how I got into it, like when I started painting.
Like, when you started like realizing that this is something that is like, I'm not just like every other kid in an art class in school. Like, this is something that means something that's more than just that.
Yes. Honestly, I mean, I've always loved as a child. I mean, my parents saw something in me, and I guess that's what made my mother go out there and put me and my siblings into the schools. But I would say when I started definitely taking it seriously, where I'm like, okay, I want this to be my career, was the time that I was 15. Because in Mesquite, Texas, it's a small little town. My mother put down a boutique, and in the back, I was the one with the little storage unit. And the storage unit is where I had my little studio, and I actually started painting in clothes. So that's where I got into the fashion industry, where I started getting collaborations with like Foot Locker, Jessica Simpson, where I started painting on clothes and doing collaboration with these brands, and that's where I developed my audience.
Wow. Okay. So you actually, like, the companies would come to you and you would like do art with them?
Yes. I would be collaborating in these little exclusive pop-up shows that they would have, where, once again, going back to like the live art experiences and live art activations, where people get to see live artists paint.
Huh. That's interesting. Wow. And that started young. I mean,
yes, I did start young.
That's
yes.
cool. Okay. I mean, that's a relief. A lot of people don't know what they want to do. Like, I didn't figure it out till my 40s, basically.
we continue learning.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. So that's where you start. And I guess you took classes, but you were more self-taught with your art?
Yes, I was definitely more self-taught with the art.
So like, were you getting influences from things you were looking at, or was this coming out of your brain, or how would you like figure that all out?
I love that question. I've actually gotten influenced by the people around me. There's this thing that I say, I get inspired by the world around me. So just growing up in the environment where there's a lot of street art, in my culture, there's this place where se llaman pulgas. Pulgas is where a lot of people go, and there's like little vendors everywhere, a lot of food, and everything is outside. And in pulgas, there's people in the streets painting. So just being a little girl, my parents taking me and my siblings to the pulgas, is where I got inspired by seeing the street artists paint. And I love the intelligence and the creativity that people use, and the artists they would use like kitchen pans just to create art. So that's where I got inspired with my artwork, from just being creative and finding ways of how to develop my style.
Right, not just on a canvas or something.
Yes, no.
Okay, interesting. So did you actually participate? Were you like kind of showing art at those kind of places, or?
No, but I would love watching the artists paint.
Okay.
That's where I ended up learning how to paint, from watching other artists paint.
Huh. I heard this interesting thing about art, which definitely is the way I am as an artist visually, is that like you're trying to make it not look like you did it. Like, it's not perfect if you did it, but like, but it sounds like you kind of had a vision from the start, right?
I did. Yes, yeah. I did. I mean, majority of my work, I would say, is anything that I feel is an expression of myself. Every artist is different when it comes to their work, but I would say when it comes to my work, it's a feeling, and I want people to experience that with my work. Right. So,
well, it sounds like your parents were supportive, but like as a young woman, were you having people kind of doubt what you were doing? Did it take a while for people to understand where you were coming from?
Well, in the beginning, not, but the more I started getting more older, I started to see that my environment started to shift. There was definitely a lot of negativity and a lot of people that I started to notice that sometimes people around me, they wanted to see me succeed, but never better than them. So that's when I started to realize and I started to just see the shift. But something that I always say is that pain is not my enemy, it's my instructor.
Huh.
So,
I like that.
so I just, every little negativity that people would throw at me, I would use it back to build myself.
Oh, that's healthy and constructive. I like that.
Yes.
Where does the name Mesbelle? I mean, it's sort of a play on your real name, but like, where did it come from exactly?
So Mesbelle is a name that I actually just came up with my last name and my first name combined. So my real name is Isabella Mireles.
That's a pretty name.
Thank you. But throughout the time, the more I started to figure out myself, which I still am because I'm 21 years old.
Wow.
My father and my father's side were Romanian. So in our culture, gypsy culture, Mesbelle means love.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it means love. So everything that I do out of love. So that's what my name means.
Okay, well, live it, right?
Thank you.
So, okay, well, what, like, you were saying that you did this stuff with the art, with the wardrobe stuff. Like what mediums are you in at this point? Like, how you show your art at this point?
With my style, with my mediums.
Both.
Both?
Yeah.
So my style is abstract realism. I like to do a lot of expression, a lot of bold colors, but I also like to incorporate realism into it. And then my mediums, I would say, is a mixture of spray paint, acrylic, and oil.
Okay.
Yes, and I sometimes in some of my other works, I have incorporated drywall as well.
How's that?
So, because of my father's side, I know I'm talking a lot about my parents right now, but I get a lot of inspiration from them. My father works in construction, and he would take me and our siblings into construction. And there's Venetian artworks, there's drywall, so I would see again, learning from the people around me how they would paint in people's walls, and there is this texture called drywall, and they do drywall techniques. So in some of my works, I got to do drywall techniques.
Huh.
Yes.
Wow. So you really are just absorbing everything around you.
Yes.
That's interesting. Okay. So what was your first exhibition? Like what was that about? Like how did that look?
Oh man, I would say my first exhibit was at, I would say about 17, 18 years old.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow. And what was it? What did you have? What were you doing?
It was in Bishop Arts District.
Oh, cool.
Yes, it was in Bishop Arts District, which on that same day, I got to meet the owner of a gallery that I actually ended up becoming one of the youngest art directors in Bishop Arts District because of my art piece, which is actually right now at my gallery, which is a very popular piece.
Okay. But what kind of, how many pieces were there? Like what was the theme of that show, that first show?
So it was a group exhibition with other artists. And I do not remember too much the name because it's been such a long time ago. But I'm still grateful for that exhibit and the people that I met. But it was definitely like an abstract exhibit, which I only took one piece.
Huh.
I only took one piece
Okay.
that night, too.
And that one piece got you the artistic director
Yes.
gig? Wow.
Yes.
Okay, well, so then what was that about? What did that entail, being the artistic director? Where was that?
It was in Bishop Arts District.
Was it like at a certain gallery? Or?
Yes, it's called Drift Gallery.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yes, which is now a restaurant. The owner ended up closing it down already, which I'm still in great contact with him. Mm-hmm. But I definitely got to learn a lot from him, which I appreciate him a lot. And as well, knowing how to manage galleries. And yeah, I mean, that's definitely, it's a very long journey.
Right. But what did you do as artistic director? Like you were like...
Definitely seeking talent, knowing and sourcing and understanding artists as well, because there's a difference between talent and business. So I got to learn the fundamentals of business, of how to sell art, how to buy art, and also how to brand yourself as an artist.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So you actually went to you earned a liberal arts. I'm sorry, I'm looking at my notes here. You earned a AS. What is an AS?
Associate's degree.
Oh yeah, in liberal arts and interior design from Dallas College. So
Yes.
you took your homegrown skills and you kind of like cultivated it with a little bit of schooling.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
And then so you don't just do art though. You do both sides of it. You like help get like. Do you help develop younger artists or other artists or?
Yes. So right now, what I'm truly focused on is I like to focus on the skill that I already done and developed throughout. Because since I had people around me that I got to watch, I like to repeat that again, but this time with youth artists. So right now with the pop-up program that I'm part of Deep Ellum Foundation, we do have classes and mentorship programs for younger artists. So that's where I would say my vision is at right now with helping the younger generation.
So you have classes going on? Like
Yes,
what kind of classes?
we have classes for kids.
Like just basic or is there something
We
specific?
have from beginner to intermediate.
Okay. And it's like do you like delve into like spray paint? Do you do like different mediums or what do you?
So with the kids, we definitely first teach, I will say, the mentality when it comes to becoming an artist, which one of them is, patience, definitely first characteristics. And then from there, we start teaching them the type of elements they need when creating the piece. So we go by step guide. And actually, I believe a couple months ago, we did an art camp for kids. And we also, instead of teaching them visually, we also went and taught them and showed them places. We actually took them here to the Deep Ellum Community Center to teach them about art history as well.
Oh, cool.
So I would say, I'm still trying to find an operational structure with our youth artists, but so far, from what I've heard from the parents and the kids, they absolutely love it.
I mean, I gotta say, it seems really hard to make a living as an artist, a visual artist.
Yes.
So, I mean, I guess that makes sense that you have other, like you're in it in more than one way.
Yes.
Is that something you sort of teach them? Is like how to be versatile or?
Yes, versatile as well. I would say we're still finding a structure to it, but I do like to be authentic with the artists, with the young artists, and let them know, this is a skill that you can learn and develop throughout your times. And as well, be honest what type of path you want to go through. Do you want to go with murals? Do you want to go just based off canvas? Do you want to go based off, going more on the business side? So I definitely take the time to speak to my students and teach them that as well.
Okay. And so how did you get involved with the Deep Ellum community, with the Deep Ellum Foundation?
I got referred through a friend.
Okay. And then was there like some kind of process or they just liked your work or?
So with Veronica Young, when she reached out to me and told me about the program, I was definitely very honored and from their side, they were also trying to figure out ways to bring more positivity towards the Deep Ellum district as well. So whenever she told me about the opportunity, that's whenever I would say I decided to just come on to the district.
And okay, I'm looking at my notes some more. Professional associations, member of the American Institute of Architects?
Yes, I'm part of AIA.
What is that?
American Institute of Architects.
Like, what do you do? Like, what does that mean to be part of
So
that?
I'm part of their organization because I'm still trying to get into architecture.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So I guess I didn't think about that. There's got to be a real level of art in architecture, I guess. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Also, I guess COVID kind of threw you a curveball and you had to kind of pivot with the restrictions and everything with that?
Oh, yes. Throughout, whenever I started my business in 2018, 2019, throughout that time, due to the Texas laws, all the businesses in Mesquite, Texas had to close down. So I went back to, working a regular job, but I was still doing art on the side.
But then you bounce back, obviously.
Yes, I bounce back. Always do.
Okay. I mean, I asked you about being young, but like, it's kind of like a male-dominated field. Like, are you
It is.
having a lot of trouble with that? I mean,
it is a very male-dominated field. So sometimes as a woman, of course, I do feel that there's been times where I've had to prove myself more. But everywhere that I walk into the room, I'm like, I've taken the time to love myself and taken the time to, know what I want and be a secure young woman as well, and understand that, that I do deserve to be here. No matter, what other people are trying to project into me. And I always say people's projections are not my limitations. So, being in a very male-dominated field, people always try to devalue. There's been times people have tried to devalue me or things like that. My own ex-business partners or people that I wanted to collaborate with, but I've never let me down because of those things. And I just want to continue empowering more women and knowing that, it doesn't matter what industry you're in, you deserve to be there.
Yeah. Okay. Agreed.
I'm so sorry. I tend to talk.
No, not at all. You're fine. That's what we're here for. So, like the cultural impact, like you said you're, did you say Romanian?
From my father's side, Gypsy.
Okay. And then you're Hispanic?
Yes, Mexicana.
So how do you like to incorporate your background into the art and into the community?
Definitely. I mean, I would say bringing more people that look like me, especially with the artists that I have. I've brought artists from Colombia, Mexico, Spain, but not just those countries, but I would say just bringing more people of color. So I would say that's one of the embracements that I've done as a Latina artist.
How does your background influence your work itself?
So especially when I've traveled to like Mexico City or just Mexico in general, just seeing how other people live in there, it always makes me feel honored and grateful of, of the position that I am right now and where I want to go into. And it motivates me into wanting to push better and be more unique and stand out, because I'm not here to fit in. I'm here to stand out.
Well, okay. On that note, what are some ideas you might have about innovative forms of art and maybe changing things from just a standard basic idea of it?
That's a really great question. I would say my mind is still trying to develop more unique ways to bring that into the future, because I'm very futuristic. I always think ahead. I would definitely say bringing more cultural impact in, I would say, in entertainment. I definitely want to bring more cultural shows, even though I think Dallas right now is doing a great way with it. I mean, right now we're currently in the Hispanic Heritage Month. A lot of people are celebrating my culture, the Mexican culture, the Latin culture. So I think we're doing very amazing. I think Dallas is doing very amazing right now. But I would say from my part, I would say maybe probably just bringing more historical exhibitions.
Okay. Is that something that you can do in your gallery? Like what's
yes.
Okay. What kind of, I mean, you're so young, but like what kind of legacy would you hope to build? So people are talking about what you did years from now.
So there's this one quote that I really love that I always want people, whenever they meet me, or just everywhere that I go, is that people are not going to remember me for what I said. People are not going to remember for what I did, but how I make them feel. So my legacy, I would say, is I definitely want to make a change in my environment. I definitely want to empower more people. I don't want to be the only Latina artist, designer, entrepreneur in here in Dallas. I want to see more women out here getting out here because, just being only like about 2-3% of Latinas are in the very male-dominated field. So I would say I would like to empower more younger girls to not be scared and to do whatever they love to do and to be passionate about it. So I would say that's my legacy that I want to leave into people within my work and with my art.
Okay, so I guess that goes along with the classes too, right?
Yes.
Do you have like a special, do you kind of like reach out into like those kind of communities to like let them know about these programs a little bit more? Or?
Yes, some of these schools have reached out to me where they want artists to go into their schools and to teach kids or to just tell them about, how it feels to be an artist. I've gone to schools where I speak about my career to these younger students. And some of those schools have been in, for example, in Bishop Bars, in the Oak Cliff area, even in Mesquite or the Grove area as well. So I've had these schools reach out to me to speak about and public speak to these younger generation.
Okay. Mm-hmm. What would you say to a young person about like that they maybe want to try to explore the artistic side, but they maybe don't know how?
It's very interesting because, with a kid, you kind of have to change your vocab a little bit before they can understand. So,
so let's say like a teenager.
One time I had this one girl that came up to me and she told me she looked up to me a lot and she wanted to be an artist. And she told me because of the environment that she grew up in, there were people, especially her parents, that didn't believe in her because becoming an artist, people have the society of, artists are broke, all these things. But it's really just finding a way of how you can build into the career, how to pour into it. Not just becoming an artist, but any career, you have to pour into it. And you have to pour all yourself into it and also have the love and the passion for it. So I told the little girl, or the younger girl, that to just be very passionate about her craft and to know how to master it. So that's what I told her, to just keep going and knowing how to master your craft. And yes, that's what I told her.
Okay. What do you have any? Well, right now, like the gallery you have going right now, what would we find if we went there?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that question?
If we went to your gallery right now, like, do you have something, an exhibit up right now?
Yes. Like what we have right now at the exhibit? Yes, we have right now, there's, I believe, about 7 artists exhibiting their works in there. And we have from urban art to contemporary artwork.
Okay. Do you have a favorite medium that you like to do art in?
I would say my favorite medium is oil.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't expect you to say that because it's like it seems more standard. But oil on canvas or oil somewhere else?
Well, I do love spray paint as well. But whenever I paint my oil paintings, I definitely like the quietness when I'm painting. And I like the peace and the passion that I pour into it. Right. So that's why I love oil painting.
Most of your art is doing it alone, or is there some of this more of a group effort?
All my artwork is by myself.
Okay.
Yes, but I've collaborated with other artists.
When you collaborate, are you working together, or are you kind of trading off?
The only time so far that I've collaborated with other artists have been in murals.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So, interesting. For a mural, like, that's something you got to scale it like a lot larger, right?
Yes.
Is that something that you kind of do a test first, or how does that go?
Well, I would say, for example, with Mesbelle Gallery right now, I did a floor mural. If people go through our Instagram to Mesbelle Gallery, they can see the kind of the documentary of all the artists that went in there and volunteered to paint the floors. And one of the things that I loved about that project was that, you know, artists went in there, volunteered. I had artists in there painting till like 3 a.m. in the morning. And another thing, you know, from growing up watching other artists, they also reminded me of my childhood of watching other artists paint. While I was painting my mural, my other friend was helping me how to do his calligraphy style. And then on his mural, I went over there and I started doing my expressions of bold colors in there. So we were all knowing how to put it all together, but also respecting our space. Because as an artist, especially in the graffiti culture, you know, if you go and paint another graffiti artist without their permission, you know, it's like bad. It's something very bad. There's going to be some beef in there, you know. But in our space, there was a lot of respect with the artists, and there were also constructive, good criticism. And they're like, oh, you know, we recommend you do this. We recommend that you do this. Or can I paint here? Can I paint here? So I feel like it definitely developed a lot of respect with the artists together, and that's what I loved about the project.
That sounds cool. So, I mean, have you found it competitive, or is it pretty much the people in your world are working together?
Well, competitive, there is a lot of competitiveness in the art industry, but I don't see myself competing with anyone. The only person that I compete with is the person that's seeing the same mural every day, which is myself. I am very competitive with myself, but not with other artists. And I would say that's the best way I can put it at. And no, there was definitely no competitiveness in the project at all. I saw it more as a family thing.
Okay. Is there something that you want to talk about that I didn't ask you about, like a project or something coming up?
So far, no. I mean, I'm very happy that lately I've been getting back to painting, because I know that, you know, there was a question that you said about, you know, artists, you know, in this industry is not an easy field. So I'm definitely very happy to get back to what I'm doing, and hopefully to come back and better as well, because there's definitely slow times. But yeah, I'm very happy to get back to painting, and I am bringing up new collections and new works towards the gallery, and as well more shows.
So how often are you switching up the gallery?
So right now I do switch up the gallery every 6 months.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So people have a good long chance to see stuff.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And I mean, sometimes you're creating stuff for how long does it take you to do a piece for the gallery personally?
Well, when it comes to my work, I definitely like to take my time. But right now I'm working on a new collection, and I'm almost finished with it. Okay. I have about 10 new paintings that no one has seen yet.
Oh, interesting.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so that's going to be the next gallery, a part of it?
The next exhibit, if God wants to, yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
It's going to be a solo exhibition where I'm still taking the time with the date and everything. I'm a perfectionist, so I always want things to be good.
Sure, I appreciate that. I'm sure everybody does. Okay, I mean, it's inspiring that you're so young and so mature and you have such a vision.
Thank you.
And congratulations on the gallery and the Deep Ellum Foundation stuff. And thanks again, Mesbelle, for coming on the show.
Thank you, Andrew, for having me so much. And yeah, I mean, I wish I could ask you questions as well.
What do you mean? What do you want to ask me?
I mean, I know that you do photography, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's also another thing that I love when it comes to seeking talent, because I see art as a visual form in a lot of things, also in photography.
Ure.
One of my favorite things is editorial. So have you ever done editorial photography?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I shoot for Dallas Observer, mostly concerts,
but
also I'll do, and I do a lot of events, and it's like, it's about catching moments of people like just doing things, like not performing, like just, like a mom giving a kid like a bite of ice cream.
Like those live, real moments.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I look at my life as I'm looking for moments, and if I have my camera, I'll catch them. You know?
That's beautiful, capturing those moments.
Yeah, that's
I
what
love
it's all
that.
about.
I
Yeah.
love that. Well, thank you so much, Andrew.
Yeah, thank you for coming on. And we'll have links and everything, and definitely check out Mesbelle on Instagram and come to the gallery.
Thank you. At 2020 Main Street, we're open Thursday through Saturday, 12 to 7.
Awesome. I'd like to thank Mesbelle for joining us today. You can check out her work online or go to the gallery in Deep Ellum. Thank you to the Deep Ellum Community Center for letting us record here. Theme song Unstoppable by Salim Narala, and the outro is The Place to Be by Electric Ants. Thanks again to the Mullen & Mullen Music Project for their support. Like, subscribe, and share the podcast, and we'll see you next week.